Hello class 12th, this is Praful Sharma, biology lecturer to UP School Amit. In today's session, we are going to sum up chapter 10, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the most important biochemical reaction on the earth by which energy is stored in the living organism. All living organisms on earth survive by direct or indirect utilization of this energy. In the presence of sunlight by the green plants, carbon dioxide obtained from the atmosphere and water absorbed from the soil converted into sugar-based chemical energy, and this is known as photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, the water is oxidized by the radiant energy of sun, and the carbon dioxide is reduced into the sugar by the energy obtained from the oxidation, and oxygen is released as a byproduct. It is the matter of surprise, though photosynthesis is very important process for living organisms, scientists were not attracted towards it till 18th century. In fact, the real history of photosynthesis starts from the 18th century. Plants prepare their food in the presence of air and sunlight. Stephen Hales is called as father of plant physiology, who explained this for the first time in 1727. Joseph Priestley in 1772, he explained that plants purify the atmosphere and release oxygen during photosynthesis. J.R. Mayer was the first in 1845 who explained that green plants convert light energy into chemical energy. F. Blackman in 1905 explained that in photosynthesis, two types of reaction, that is photochemical and biochemical reactions, takes place, which are known as light reaction and dark reactions respectively. He also postulated the law of limiting factors. Robert Hill in 1937 demonstrated Hill reaction and proved that the source of oxygen evolved during photosynthesis is water and not CO2. Kelvin and Benson in 1954, they discovered C3 or Kelvin cycle in photosynthesis. Hatch and Slack in 1966 discovered C4 pathway for fixation of CO2 in sugarcane, and P. Mitchell proposed the principle of chemiosmotic theory of photophosphorylation. If we discuss the site of photosynthesis, chloroplast is the organelle where photosynthetic reactions take place. It is present in all the green plants and leaves of the plant. In higher plants, these are present in mesophyll cells. Each mesophyll cell has 20 to 40 chloroplasts, and each chloroplast is covered with two unit membrane made up of lipoprotein, and intermembrane space is available. Outer membrane is permeable for protons, however, inner membrane is impermeable. Internal part of chloroplast is divided into two parts, grana and stroma. Stroma is the matrix part of the chloroplast, which is filled with protein-rich heterogeneous liquid substances. It has 70 S ribosomes, small circular double-stranded DNA, dissolved minerals, and enzymes are present in it. Matrix of chloroplast contain single membrane tube system, which are called as thylakoids. Thylakoids are arranged one above the other in the form of stacks of coins and prepare a typical structure called granas. Few grana are attached with stroma plates of tubules at different places. Photosynthetic pigment, chlorophyll and carotenoids are present in thylakoids membrane. Grana are the site of light reaction for photosynthesis. Photosynthetic pigments absorb violet, blue and red color from visible spectrum, which is 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer part of the visible spectrum. Hence, this part of a spectrum is called photosynthetically active radiation, or PAR. According to Park and Pan 1963, Inner membrane of thylakoids consists small circular globule-like structures called quantasomes. These are the units of photosynthesis. Each quantasome has 230 chlorophyll molecule, 48 carotenoids, 46 quinones, and 116 phospholipids and other molecules and enzymes. Let's talk about the photosynthetic pigments. In plants, light energy is absorbed by pigments, so that they are called photosynthetic pigments. Mainly in plants, chlorophylls, carotenoids and phycobilenes pigments are present. Out of these, chlorophyll is the principal pigment and rest pigments are called accessory pigments. Chlorophyll is the main green color pigment which is involved in photosynthesis. In plant kingdom, there are 7 types of chlorophyll pigments. These are chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E, bacterioidin and bacteriochlorophyll. Out of these, chlorophyll A is the universal pigment which is present in all the phototropes except bacterias. Chlorophyll B functions as accessory pigment which is present in all the photosynthetic plants and green algae. Chlorophyll pigments are soluble in organic solvents. The solubility of chlorophyll B is maximum. Let us discuss their structure too. First of all, chemical structure of chlorophyll was studied by Willstotter, Stahl, Fischer in 1912. Chlorophyll is a polar molecule which has well-developed head made from porphyrin ring and a tail made from phytol chain. Head of the molecule made up of 4 pyrrole rings. Configuration center of tetrapyrrole ring. 4th pyrrole ring is attached with a long alcoholic chain which is called phytol tail. Molecular formula of chlorophyll A is C55H72O5N4 Mg and chlorophyll B is C55H70O6N4 and Mg. In chlorophyll A, the carbon of porphyrin end has methyl group. However, in chlorophyll B, aldehyde group is present at this place. Chlorophyll A is blue colored and chlorophyll B is yellow colored pigment. Carotenoids are the pigments found in plants with chlorophyll. These absorb energy from radiation and carry it to chlorophyll which cannot be absorbed by chlorophyll, hence they are called accessory pigments. Carotenoids were first discovered in carrot in 1831. There are 2 types of carotenoids present in plants, carotenes and xanthophylls. Carotenes molecules are combined with carbon and hydrogen. Mostly these are red in color and its empirical formula is C40H56. Examples are lycopene, alpha-carotene and beta-carotene. Xanthophylls or carotenols are combination of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Its empirical formula is C40H56O2. These are yellow or brown in color and examples are lutein, zeaxanthin, cryptoxanthin, neoxanthin, etc. Beta-carotene among carotenes and lutein among xanthophylls are found in all the green plants. Let's talk about the phycobilenes. These pigments are found in red and blue-green algae and they are of 2 types, phycoerythrin and phycocyanin. Phycoerythrin is red color pigment found in red algae like Rhodophyceae, and phycocyanin is blue colored pigment found in blue-green algae named as Cyanophyceae. Let's talk about the nature of light. As we know that sunlight moves in the form of electromagnetic waves, the distance between 2 successive crests or throws of a wave is called wavelength. Energy of wave is inversely proportional to wavelength. Hence, rays of small wavelength have high energy. However, rays of long wavelength have low energy. Visible part of electromagnetic radiation is called light or visible spectrum, which has wavelength between 390 to 760 nanometer. This visible spectrum can be divided into 7 different colors. Each color has its own wavelength, that is 660 to 780 nanometer, while violet has the least 390 to 430 nanometer wavelength in visible spectrum. Region of wavelength greater than red color wavelength called infrared region, and the area of wavelength smaller than violet color is called ultraviolet region. Light has high energy particles known as proton. A proton has energy called quantum. During photosynthesis, for reduction of a carbon dioxide molecule, 8 photons are required, which is called quantum need of photosynthesis. The amount of oxygen atom released from each quantum or photon that is reabsorbed or consumed is called quantum yield. Plant shows foremost photosynthesis in blue-red color light. Let's talk about the mechanism of photosynthesis. On the basis of research till now, following facts are seen in the process of photosynthesis, and that light energy absorbed by chlorophyll and accessory pigment is used in photolysis of water, by which oxygen, hydrogen and electrons are released. These electrons flow in different receptors of photosystems, in which ultimately the energy is stored in the form of ATP and NADPH2 ions. These highly energetic molecules are used for reduction of carbon dioxide. Hence, photosynthesis is an oxidation reduction reaction in which oxidation of water and reduction of carbon dioxide takes place. Photosynthesis reaction completed in 2 stages. Both the stages are different from each other. However, both are correlated from one another. The first is light reaction. First step is light chemical reaction, which takes place in the presence of light. It creates the power of assimilation, and this process takes place in the grana part of chloroplast. These light reactions are called photochemical reactions or Hill reactions too. This is a complex process which has different reactions. The first is absorption of light and excitation of chlorophyll molecule. Chlorophyll molecule gets excited for some time after absorption of energy packets or quantum from electromagnetic waves. Hence, electrons released from the chlorophyll molecule. The next is photolysis of water and removal of oxygen. Energy consumed by chlorophyll used in photolysis of water. Due to decomposition of water, oxygen gets released, and some part of it is used in respiration and rest is removed in environment. In this reaction, manganese and chloride ions play an important role. The third is formation of NADPH2. Formation of this molecule takes place on thylakoid membrane towards stroma surface. Energy released from reduction of water convert NADP into NADPH2. Hydrogen ions released by photolysis of water molecule forms NADPH2 ion, which is required to reduce a CO2 molecule. In this reaction, electrons are required, which are received from PS1. In photosystem 1, different molecules of chlorophyll and carotenoids are present, which absorb different wavelength and at the end transfer it to the chlorophyll A700 or P700, which act as a reaction center. Due to the photochemical reaction in the reaction center, high energy electrons are released from chlorophyll. This photosystem takes part in cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. This is present in the thylakoid of grana and stroma. If we talk about the mechanism, in this photosystem, solar light for particles or photons clashes with chlorophyll A, which is P700. This energy absorbed by reaction center of photosystem 1 and released its electron, in which chlorophyll molecule comes in oxidized stage. Electrons released from photosystem 1 passes through other electron receptor like iron, sulfate, sulfur protein, and in the end it is accepted by NADP and converted into NADPH2. It is a strong reducing agent in reduction of carbon dioxide in dark reaction. Let us talk about photosystem 2. In this photosystem, different molecules of chlorophyll, carotenoids, plastoquinone, cytochrome B6, cytochrome F are found. In this photosystem, also antenna molecule absorb photon energy and transfer it to reaction center, which is P680. In this photosystem, wavelength absorbed are less than 680 nanometer. Photosystem second found in Grena lamellae, and it is only used in non-cyclic photophosphorylation. By this photosystem, photolysis of water takes place. Pigments of this photosystem absorb the wavelength less than 680 nanometer, by which chlorophyll gets excited and release electrons. These free electrons are received by electron receptor pheophytin. Now, chlorophyll molecule acts as strong oxidizer. So, water molecule is oxidized, and this reaction is called photoreduction of water. Manganese, chloride, and calcium ions plays an important role in this reaction. Free electron released from photolysis of water except by P680, by which it again reached to its original stage. Electron transferred from P680 to pheophytin, plastoquinone to cytochrome B6 and cytochrome, and accepted by plastocyanin, so it is reduced by it. Electron from reduced plastocyanin used to fill gap emerge in photosystem 1. Hence, in electron receptor series, plastocyanin acts as connective link between both the photosystem. During photosynthesis, the electron released from chlorophyll by light accepted by the different electron receptors stepwise, and they release energy at each transfer equal to the energy difference between two receptors. The synthesis of ATP from ADP by using the light energy in chloroplast is called photophosphorylation. In cyclic photophosphorylation, only PS1 takes part. Electron released from P700 by light energy in PS1 passes through different electron acceptors, that is iron, sulfur protein, ferredoxin, cytochrome B6, cytochrome F, through plastocyanin, reaches back to P700. Energy released between cytochrome B6 to cytochrome F is used in synthesis of ATP from ADP. In this way, ATPs are formed. In this reaction, free electrons from P700 return back to P700 after synthesis of ATP. This is why it is known as a cyclic photophosphorylation. In non-cyclic photophosphorylation, it is completed by both the photosystem PS1 in second. In this reaction, free electron by P680, instead of coming back to P680, reaches to electron receptor pheophytin to plastoquinone to cytochrome B6 to cytochrome F to plastocyanin through linear path and reaches to P700. From P700, electrons associated with NADP through ferredoxin. NADP accepts hydrogen ions obtained from hydrolysis of water and converts itself into NADPH2. In this reaction, electrons released from P680 doesn't come back to P680 and produced ATP from ADP at between a site of P cytochrome B6. This process is called non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In this cycle, ATP and NADPH2 are formed. By the transfer of electrons and oxygen is released. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation is called ZAD scheme. A comparative study of cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation is given. If we talk about dark reaction, it was discovered by Blackman in 1905, but study of all its biochemical reactions was done by Kelvin and his co-workers. This reaction of photosynthesis takes place in stroma of the chloroplast and happens in the absence of light. In this reaction, CO2 absorbed from atmosphere reduced or fixed to carbohydrate. That is why dark reactions are called carbon fixation. In this reaction, energy required for reduction of CO2 is obtained from ATP and NADPH2, which is formed during light reaction. In green plants, CO2 takes place by three different ways. Fixation of CO2. It can be done in three ways, that is Kelvin-Benson cycle or C3 cycle, Hatch and Slack cycle or C4 cycle, and crassulaceous acid metabolism or CAM pathway. We'll start with the first, Kelvin-Benson cycle. This was the cycle discovered in 1946 to 1953, the path of conversion of CO2 into carbohydrate in the process of photosynthesis. The important reactions of this cycle are phosphorylation of ribulose monophosphate, carboxylation of ribulose 1,5 biphosphate, phosphorylation of phosphoglyceric acid, reduction of 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid, formation of hexose sugar, and re-origin of ribulose 5-phosphate. In this way, by rearrangement phase, 6 molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate are formed, which are phosphorylized from 6 molecules of ATP and form 6 molecules of ribulose 1,5-diphosphate, which are again used in Kelvin-Benson cycle. The next we have Hatch-Slack cycle or C4 cycle. Kaprilov studied on maize leaf and Kortschak and his co-worker studied on sugarcane leaf, and they found that after accepting CO2, first stable compound according to C3 cycle, instead of 3-PGA, a 4-carbon compound oxaloacetic acid is formed. Later, Hatch and Slack proved above results and discovered the whole path of the cycle. That is why it is known as Hatch and Slack cycle. This is also called C4 cycle because first stable carbon compound has 4 carbon. This cycle is found in monocotyledons like maize, sorghum, sugarcane, and in few dicotyledon plants like Amaranthus and Euphorbia family plants. There are two types of photosynthetic cells are found in C4 plants, which are known as mesophyll cell and bundle sheath cells. The bundle sheath cells are found around the vascular bundle, arranged in 1 or 2 layers. In German language, wreath is called as Kranj. So this anatomy of leaf is called Kranj anatomy. In C4 plants, 2 types of chloroplasts are found. So chloroplasts present in mesophyll cells are small and has well developed grana. However, chloroplasts found in bundle sheath cells are big and without grana. Thylakoids are found in the form of stroma lamellae. Hence, in C4 plants, light reaction takes place in mesophyll cells and dark reaction, that is assimilation of CO2, takes place in bundle sheath cells. In C4 cycle, CO2 from environment reaches to mesophyll cells of the leaf through stomata. This CO2 absorbed by phosphoenol pyruvic acid in the presence of carboxylase enzyme and convert it into oxaloacetic acid. Then OAA reduced in malic acid. In this stage, oxidation of NADPH2 takes place and NADP is formed. Malic acid enters into bundle sheath cells through mesophyll cells. CO2 is released by decarboxylation and it is converted into pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid again enters into mesophyll cells and combined with ATP molecule to form phosphoenol pyruvic acid, which provides the continuity to this cycle. CO2 released from bundle sheath cells enter into C3 cycle and forms sugar in the bundle sheath cells. In this way, CO2 is stored in C4 cycle in mesophyll cells, and in C3 cycle, CO2 is fixed so that carbon can be available. Cressolation acid metabolism is actually a cycle mostly found in fleshy and dry environment plants. Leaves of these plants are thick, fleshy, and pulpy. Stomata of these leaves are open in the night and closed in the daytime. These types of stomata are called scotoactive stomata. In these plants during night, leaves absorb CO2. Their mesophyll cells in presence of phosphoenol pyruvate accept CO2 and forms 4-carbon compound oxaloacetic acid, which converts into malic acid. In this way, CO2 fixation takes place in the night in the form of malic acid. In the daytime, CO2 released from decarboxylation of malic acid, which diffused in chloroplast and reduced into carbohydrate through Calvin cycle. Important feature of this cycle is that CO2 fixation takes place in the night and reduction of carbon dioxide and formation of sugar takes place in the day. It produces organic substances without loss of water. This metabolic reaction first studied in plants of cressolation family, so it is called as cressolation acid metabolism. Few important chem plants are agave, yucca, cressula, pomegranate, snake dragon, and echinocactus. In photosynthetic parts of the plant, in the presence of sunlight, instead of normal respiration, the respiration takes place in which oxygen oxidized carbon compound and doesn't produce energy and release oxygen called photorespiration. In this reaction, food material decomposed like respiration process but doesn't release energy. It is also known as destructive reaction. Photorespiration word was first used by Kropotkin in 1963. This reaction only takes place in C3 plants. Warburg explained that there is a competition between oxygen and CO2 for Rubisco enzyme. In excess of CO2, Rubisco acts as carboxylase. However, in excess of oxygen, it acts as oxygenase enzyme instead of carboxylase, by which Rubisco formed oxygenated phosphoglycolic acid, a 2-carbon containing compound. Hence, this cycle is also known as glycolate cycle, due to which formation of PGA gets blocked and the rate of CO2 fixed assimilation being increased. This cycle was studied by Decker and Tao in 1959. All the process of photorespiration completed in 3 organelles: chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria. All the 3 cell organelles acts as a unit in photorespiration. Let's talk about the factors affecting photosynthesis. As various biochemical processes, photosynthesis also affected by environmental and hereditary factors. These factors are internal and external type. Before detailed study of these factors, it is required to study Sachs cardinal point hypothesis and Blackman's theory of limiting factor. So let us start with the first, Sachs cardinal point hypothesis. According to cardinal point hypothesis propounded by Sachs, there are 3 main values of a factor to affect photosynthesis or other physiological reactions. The first is minimum value or minimum point, the amount of factor at which process of photosynthesis initiated is minimum value. The maximum or optimum value point shows the amount of factor where rate of photosynthesis is maximum. Highest value or highest point is the amount of factor at which photosynthesis process stopped. All these three phases are called cardinal points. The next is Blackman's theory of limiting factor. Blackman proposed principle of limiting factors. This principle is actually the conversion of earlier published Liebig's law of minimum. According to the theory, if any process affected by many factors, then rate of reaction depends on a particular factor or limited by that factor which is present in minimum amount. Increase in limiting factor increase the rate of photosynthesis, like oxygen is present for photosynthesis. However, CO2 is not present. In this case, rate of photosynthesis depends on availability of CO2. If CO2 and light both are limited, then rate of photosynthesis depends on that limiting factor which is in excess. Here comes the external factor, which includes light, temperature, carbon dioxide, water, and oxygen. They all affect the rate of reaction or photosynthesis differently. Internal factors include chlorophyll, amount of storage food or stored food, and internal structure of leaf. Here we are done with this chapter. Try to understand all these concepts clearly. I'll be here soon. Have a nice day.